Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. The next topic is that of solving the linear equation through Cramer's rule. As we have in the previous lecture, we did solve these equations by using the inverse method. Now we are going to use the second method called the Cramer's rule, which is the second method to solve these linear equations. Okay, for this we need to define three matrices. This is question number 1, part 4 of exercise 1.6. Use matrices if possible to solve the following system of linear equations. The matrix by matrix inversion method that we did in the previous lecture. Now we are going to do this method, Cramer's rule. Okay, we are going to solve these equations by Cramer's rule. For this I have selected part 4 here. In order to solve this by Cramer's rule, you just need to define three matrices. The first matrix will be the matrix of coefficients. First matrix is matrix of coefficients. Just as we did in the previous method, you write the coefficient of x in the first column, write the coefficients of y in the second column, -2 and -2, okay? And again we have a matrix of unknowns. Here we are going to find the unknowns directly. And then we have the matrix of constants. We don't need that for this method. Now we define three main matrices. One is the matrix of coefficients, okay? The other will be AX. This is a matrix which will be obtained by replacing the first column of this matrix with the constants on the right hand side. Okay, what are the constants on the right hand side? -6 and -10. Now you are going to form a new matrix and you are going to replace the first column of this matrix. Okay, write the constant in the first column. For AX, you are going to replace the constants, the coefficients of x by these constants, the constants on the right hand side, and then write the coefficients of y as in this matrix. Second, you define another matrix AY, and here what you do is write the coefficient of x as it is, and here we are going to replace the coefficients of y with constants. Here in this column where we had written the coefficients of y, now we are going to replace those coefficients with the constants. So this is how we form these two matrices. In AX, what we do, in the first column we write the constants on the right hand side of the system of linear equation. These constants we are going to pick and write in place of the coefficient of x, and we are going to write the coefficients of y as it is. Okay, and then in AY, what we are going to do, we are going to replace this column. Okay, write this as it is and replace the second column with the constants. Okay, so these are three matrices which will help us solve this system of linear equation. Now there are two formulas for this. To find x, we will need determinant of AX, and we are going to divide it by the determinant of matrix of coefficients. Okay, so we need to find the determinant of these two matrices to find x. And for y, we will need the determinant of AY that we have defined here, and the determinant of matrix of coefficient again. So we need to find the determinant of all these three to get to the values of x and y. Okay, so for this, let us start with the matrix A. Determinant of A will be equal to determinant of this matrix of coefficient 3, 5, -2 and -2, which is equal to 3 into -2 minus -2 into 5. Okay, 3 into -2 minus -2 into 5. This will be equal to -6, and negative will multiply to give a positive number. 2 into 5 will be 10. So the answer will be +4. Because the signs are different, we will do subtraction. 10 minus 6 is 4. and we are going to put the sign of the greater number. So determinant of A will be 4. Here determinant of A is equal to 4. Okay, so we got determinant of A. The next step is to find the determinant of AX. Determinant of AX will be determinant of this matrix, -6, -10, -2 and -2. Here finding the determinant of this matrix, how we will do, we are going to multiply these two numbers, then minus the product of these two numbers. So the product of first two numbers minus product of these two. Six into 2, these are two numbers having same signs. So whenever two numbers having same signs are multiplied, we always get a positive number. Minus this minus, and -10 into -2 will be a positive 20, because two numbers with same signs, whenever they are multiplied, they give a positive answer. The answer will be 12 minus 20, and that is equal to -8. So determinant of AX has come out to be equal to -8. So this is the second determinant that we are going to use. And now the third determinant will be AY, determinant of this matrix. AY will be determinant of 3, 5, -6 and -10. Here we are going to multiply these two numbers. 3 into -10 minus -6 into 5. -6 into 5. Okay. So this is going to be -30, because a positive number when multiplied with a negative number always gives us a negative answer. And then minus, this will be -30. -30 into -1, this will make it a positive 30. So 6 5s are 30, 3 10s are also 30. This is -30, and minus plus 6 into 5 30. They will cancel out each other, and the result will be equal to 0. It means that AY will be equal to 0. Now we have found all these three determinants. Okay, these are the three numbers we are going to use to get to the values of X and Y. So here we have calculated all these three determinants. Now next we are going to use them to find the values of X and Y. All we need to do is here we need to calculate X and Y, and we need determinant of A, determinant of AX which is -8, and determinant of AY which is 0. Okay. So here now we calculate the value of X. To calculate the value of X, we need determinant of AX over determinant of A. Now determinant of AX is -8 and determinant of A was 4. So the answer is -2. So X is equal to -2. This is, we got the value of X. Now to find the value of Y, what we needed, determinant of AY over determinant of A. Determinant of AY we have calculated, and it is 0 over determinant of A is here 4. 0 divided by 4 is 0. So the value of Y is equal to 0. Okay. So now the solution set will be -2 and 0 here. Okay. This is how we write the solution set of this linear system. Okay. First we are going to write it in the form of ordered pair. The first place for X and the second place for Y. Okay. So -2 is the value of X, and 0 will be the value of Y. Okay. So this is the Cramer's rule. Okay. Cramer's rule, and it's very easy to find these formulas. You can easily derive it by taking some general form of a linear system of equation and solving it by the inverse method that we did in the previous lecture. But you don't need to go into that details. Just find these, just write down these formula and find the three determinants that are needed in these formulas and put the values of those to get to the answer. So this is how we find the solution set for this linear system. Okay, there are a few things which we should remember, and that is, suppose suppose we have a matrix there are two things that I want you to note. First is that whenever you get a question, you just write in the standard form. For that, it means you have to write it in the form ax plus by is equal to the constant c used, suppose m, and cx plus by is equal to n. This is the standard form of the linear equation. Okay, so whenever you are given some linear equation, first of all you need to put it in this form. Okay, then apply the Cramer's rule and the inverse method. Okay, first is this thing that you should take care of. The second is, if determinant of the matrix of coefficients, if the determinant of the matrix of coefficients is equal to 0, that is, if A is a singular matrix, then the solution will not exist. As an example of this, let us take question number 1, and this is, I think, part 5. Okay, let us take this part. The question is, (3x minus 2y is equal to 4) and minus 6x plus 4y is equal to 7. Okay, this is the linear system which is given to us. Now suppose, let us define the matrix of coefficient. Okay, if the determinant of the matrix of coefficient is equal to 0, that is, if A is a singular matrix, then the solution will not exist. Let us define A. A was the matrix of coefficients 3, -2, -6 and 4. Now let us find its determinant. The determinant is 3 into 4 minus -2 into -6. 3 4s are 12, minus -2 into -6 is again 12. So 12 minus 12 is equal to 0. So if the matrix of coefficient is 0, then the solution will not exist. Why? Because the inverse will not exist. We know that inverse is, as inverse does not exist, therefore the solution will also will not exist, because if the inverse does not exist, obviously we can't find a matrix which we can put here to get the value of x. So we will not be able to find the solution. This is because this system has no solution. If it had a solution, we could calculate it through these methods. So if the determinant comes out to be equal to 0, then it means that this system does not have a solution. So first calculate the determinant of A. If it comes out to be 0, then you say that the solution of this system does not exist. Okay, so if it is non-zero, then the solution will exist, otherwise the solution of the system will not exist. So you don't need to find something that already does not exist. So these are the points that you should remember. First of all, put it in the standard form. It was already in the standard form. If suppose you were given an equation in which the constant was on the left hand side, then first shift the constant to the right hand side, then start these equations, both these Cramer's rule and the inverse method. Okay, and that's it for today.